Out here a little late today. It's Think Big Thursday. Think big, you know? Sometimes you gotta think big to get out of your circle that you in, you know? Sometimes your circle can keep you in a certain box. So, you guys like stories, right? So, I'm gonna give you a little story. Um, that joint is bumping. It's popping. All right, so when I started my company, Spate Media, right? It was kind of like the beginning of the YouTube era because I started in 2006. And YouTube started in 2005. So I was kind of right on the edge of, when things started to happen on the internet with podcasting and streaming and stuff like that. So a lot of people were like, uh, nobody's going to pay attention to your brand. Nobody's going to pay attention to what you're doing. Nobody's going to want to get involved. You're not going to be able to get big interviews. Like just a lot of negative stuff in general. So I didn't really listen to that. I just, I was thinking positive and I didn't really know. I just had an idea at the time. What's up? Yeah, I invest in crypto. Not a ton of money, but I do invest in crypto, yeah. I got a small amount of money. Why you invest in crypto? Okay. All right. I'll do that. Is that you trolling again? Is that the same guy that was on here the other day saying that? Somebody else was saying that. Oh, I'm doing my daily walk. 30 days, 30 streams. I'm talking, I'm on here every day talking about different topics during my walk. So, you know, yeah. If you're tapping in for the first time, I'm a teacher, consultant, and talk business, technology, whatever you guys want to talk about. Today is Think Big Thursday, though. Thinking big on a big idea. Oh, I'm listening to nature. I can hear it. I can hear the birds chirping. I appreciate it. Yeah. Nah. I have my headphones turned low. I can hear nature and I can hear the birds chirping. That's one reason why I like to go, for the walk and everything. Uh, I'd rather be out here than be in the gym. I'm in NYC. I'm in New York. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice park. I'm here. I'm doing 30 days, 30 streams, trying to get to know my followers. But the majority of the people that come on this live is not my followers. It's just a bunch of trolls. Now let me stop. Nah, I'm just. It was a joke, man. We got a couple of trolls. Maybe you're not one of them. Technology. Right now, I teach. I used to design websites and apps and stuff like that. But now I teach people how to use AI, for business stuff like that. But I also teach in school though. I'm a actual certified teacher. So yeah. In general, math, science, general teacher, but I also teach technology online. One of my goals is to start my own school, technology and business school. Maybe when I retire. Yes, professor. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Graphic design. Yeah, AI is definitely can make your job a lot easier if you're not using it already. Um, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's gonna happen. You know. It just takes a little time. The way I look at it, like I'm already a teacher, already a professor. I just got to build the structure, and I actually build build schools. So I just got to build my own school instead of building somebody else's school. Yeah, What's up? What's up? Appreciate all you guys for tapping in, man. Y'all helping me too. So if you here for the first time, I'm doing 30 days, 30 streams. I'm a teacher, consultant, business person, and I'm just all here talking about different topics every day, business, technology, or whatever you guys want to talk about. It don't matter. But today is Think Big Thursday. Just talking about thinking big and getting out. And if you're not in the right circle, get out that circle that's holding you back. Now today's Think Big Thursday, and I was talking about how when you start, if you're starting a business, a lot of people are gonna doubt you and say that you can't do it because they have low self-esteem. They don't know how to do certain things. And when I started, there was a lot of things that I didn't know how to do. But I learned along the way. You know what I mean? Like I just had confidence that I could actually do something. Yeah. So you just gotta have confidence in yourself and just start. That's what I did. And I started a media company, and I had a beat up camera. It wasn't working properly, but I did it. And until I started making a little money, and I was able to buy high quality, better quality cameras and stuff like that. And I didn't even know how to use the better quality cameras. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Um, I just had confidence that I could actually make something happen. You know what I mean? Um, I just got up and started. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You gotta you can't let people be like, "Oh, you can't do this and you can't do that." Because being successful can be a lonely place, you know? You might be the only successful person in your crew, but then you might be able to give everybody a job. Everybody could have their place in your circle, but you'll be the one controlling things because you're the leader. You're the one that went out and started and decided to lead. Wow. Oh, we got the trolls on here. We got the trolls. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, it's sometimes you got to get out your circle to if you want to do something bigger. Sometimes being around the people that think small or is going to hold you back if you're trying to get to another level. Oh wow, that's funny. Nah, no, that's not. Yeah. So back to my story. I was when I started, I was working as a personal trainer. I was in much better shape than I am now. So someone that worked for 50 Cent lived in the building where I was training. To make a long story short, one of my coworkers was like, you should go talk to the guy, if you're trying to start this media company thing you're doing. And I was like, he ain't gonna help me. You know what I mean? I didn't have confidence, he would help. But then one day I saw him on the elevator, and I was like, yo, I didn't say yo, but I was like, I'm trying to start this media company, and can I do an interview with you? It was the president of, I later found out he was the president of G Unit Clothing, which was one of 50 Cent's brands at the time. This is back in 2006. So I don't want to drag it on, but I ended up doing an interview with him, and he ended up introducing me to 50 Cent. That's why it's funny that you say that, because him introducing me to 50 Cent was kind of what made a lot of the things at the time, back in 2006, go viral. We did a couple of things. I did a couple of things marketing wise back then, when YouTube was like in its infancy stage. Like, I'm talking like 2007, 2008. And we made these animations with 50 Cent that went viral. And he ended up posting the animations on his website, This Is 50. Animations went viral. Everybody wanted to talk to us after that. To make a long story short, and that time period was only a month. It was only a month or two after I started. So while people, what's up? So while people were being negative, saying that nobody's gonna mess with my company, nobody's gonna do interviews, a month later, I'm hanging out with 50 Cent G Unit and doing interviews with some of the biggest up-and-coming stars that there were at the time. Nicki Minaj, DJ Khaled, and all that. You can kind of check a lot of the old stuff that I did. But oh, nice.
No, first of all,
Nice. Usually, that's what the story is. Sometimes I have a lot of the age group on this live is like crazy. The other day, I had middle school kids and high school kids on here, and then I had people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. So the young guys, they know how to use YouTube and TikTok and all these things. And the older people get on here and they're like, what is this button for? What am I doing here? But it's good that you're trying, because, being someone that's older, you have a lot of knowledge that you can give to young people. So if you can figure it out and get online and just talk about your experiences, you could be a very valuable resource for someone that's young. They can hear that your knowledge and the things that you're talking about. And that's the reason why I'm here, actually, because I'm someone that's very experienced and I know a lot technology business. And if you get somebody on here that's 18, 24, 25, and they can actually listen to what I'm saying and take those steps to do something big, it can really actually change someone's life. Yes, yes, definitely. Definitely, your cell phone is a computer. Yeah. You can get a actual college degree on the phone now. Like they have apps, or most colleges have apps for your phone where you can go and do your message groups or whatever you have to do for your classes. So you can actually use your phone and it'll help you complete your college degree, which when I was growing up, you didn't have that as an option. That's a good question. That's an amazing question. No, there's certain careers that you need college. Like me, being a teacher and a consultant, you got to go to college to be a teacher. But certain jobs, like I know people that work in cybersecurity that make 200,000 a year, that they just have a certification. So, nah, you don't need a college degree. I know people that just have certifications and they're making 250K a year. You don't need a degree anymore. But to be a doctor, you need to go to college. To be an accountant, it's certain careers. Certain careers. So it depends on you as a person and your career path that you want to go. I know a lot of young people that I work with, students, they want to be influencers. All you need is maybe a tech course on using technology. Maybe learn photography and videography and editing. You could be an influencer. Man, that's a couple of certifications. So, no, that's a good question though. You do not need college, no. And a lot of companies that are hiring right now, they're not really necessarily looking for a college degree. They're looking for specific skills. They want to know, can you do a specific job? It's when you're talking about technology, you might have a pen tester position that's open. Or just go back to cybersecurity. They want to know if you know how to use certain programs, and it's very specific. See, a college degree is going to give you general knowledge. Most college degrees is going to teach you about a bunch of different things. But a lot of jobs are looking for very specific skills. Yeah. So you can just get a certification and get those specific skills and get that job. You don't have to learn about all of these different subjects that they're going to teach you in college. You're not ever going to use. But me, I had to go to college. And I still may go to college to get my doctorate degree. Because when you do public speaking, and you're going to different colleges and you're talking to students, a lot of times they want you to have your doctorate degree. So when I retire, I want to do public speaking in different colleges and stuff like that. So I was thinking about going to get my doctorate, but that's just me specifically. That doesn't have anything to do. Yeah, yeah. It depends on the path that you want to go. You know, a college degree is great, but if that college degree is not going to help you in what you want to do, then you don't really need it. You know, some not school is not for everybody. Some people don't like to read. Some people don't like to have to learn a lot of new things. I'm the type of person, I like learning new things and I like exploring. That's why I'm on here talking with all you guys, is because I'm exploring streaming. I've only been doing this for like a week, but I've talked to people from all over the world and all over the country. I'm just exploring something new. I like to do things like that. Some people don't really like that, you know? So if you're not the type of person that likes to learn and read, school might not be for you, and that's okay. I know a delivery guy delivers my packages and he makes $140,000 a year delivering packages. He makes more than a lot of teachers that I work with. So school wasn't for him. Have a good day. Yeah, but college is not for everybody. School is not for everybody. But there's certain jobs that require college. So if you want to do those specific jobs, you got to go to college. You know, you want to be a doctor, you got to go to college. If you want to be a teacher, you got to go to college. I mean, well, now since you have social media, you could teach. You could just teach online. You don't need no college degree to just get online and start teaching something. But if you want to get hired as a teacher and work for the Board of Education, you need an education. So, but if you want to deliver for Amazon, you just need a high school diploma, I think. I don't even know if you need that. I don't know the requirements to deliver for Amazon, so I'm not an expert at that, but I don't think it's much more than a high school diploma. So, but thank you for the question. That's a very good question, and that's something that I talk about all the time with my students, is a lot of them don't want to go to college, and that's okay. You can still make a living. I know a lot of people that didn't go to college. I know bus drivers. There's a lot of city jobs that you can get. You can with just a high school diploma. If you can handle being a train conductor or a bus driver, those are high stress jobs because you're dealing with the public. I'm telling you that right now. I know a lot of bus drivers. They don't really like their job, but sometimes you feel stuck. Yeah, no, you're right. Networking networking is a big part of college because you have a lot of successful people that go there. Your college professors, teachers like myself. They have a lot of connections and they know a lot of people through schooling. And when you go to college, yeah, city bus drivers. But when you go to college, you make connections. It's not just for education, it's also for networking. You meet people, successful people, your professors and teachers. And a lot of people started their music careers that had nothing to do with college. They started their music careers in college because they met producers and just people that had connections. So that's a good analysis. Yes, college is great for networking, and if you're looking to network, college is definitely a good place for that. And you're gonna learn and get a degree, and you're gonna get. When I did my bachelor's degree, after I did my bachelor's degree, I was like, why did I do that? And how am I gonna benefit from it? And I actually thought like, hey, what did I learn? Number one, the most important thing that I learned is how to finish something. That's the most important thing because a lot of people start things and they don't finish. And you can't be successful if you don't know how to finish anything. So when you write a paper and you have a due date and you have to hand that paper in on that day, you're finishing something. And success is about getting to the next level. You can't get to the next level if you don't finish the first level. So when it comes to me in college, the biggest thing that I learned is how to finish something. And that's what success is all about. Finishing. Getting to the finish line, getting to the next level. You get that degree, now you can get a job. You making money, now you can invest and buy a home and save your money and get to the next level. You're finishing something. You can't get to the second level without going to the first, without doing the first. So that's the most important thing that I feel that I learned from college. Completing something. You know? A lot of people say, oh, college didn't do anything for me. Yeah. It taught me how to finish. It taught me how to complete a project and hand it in and get it done, which is something that's really important for high-level jobs. Being able to put together a team and finish a project. That's one thing that a really important things that I learned. So yes, if you're looking to network, you're looking to learn how to finish complete projects, put together a good team of people and build a company, college is for you. But if you just want to live life and have and chill out and not really work hard and use your mind, challenge yourself, you can go get a job where you're not challenging yourself. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. If you want to deliver packages, it's a great job. They make money, especially now. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But college is not for everybody. College is for me, because the things that I wanted to do. And I'm still going back. And I'm probably going to maybe get a doctorate and a couple of more certifications. That's what I like to do. But yeah, I have a couple of students that want to be like YouTubers and streamers, and they like, I don't want to go to school. I want to be a YouTuber. And I told them, I said, do you know how to edit videos? Do you know how to use a high quality camera? You're gonna have to learn how to. If you want to create quality content for people, you still gotta learn something. Thank you. I appreciate it. You still gotta learn something to be a content creator. That's what everybody want to do now, right? Podcaster. I'm one of the pioneers of podcasting. I started podcasting in 2006. You can Google me. Look it up, Antoine Maurice King, and you can see my whole history basically. But yeah, I'm one of the pioneers of podcasting. I saw that what was happening 20 years later today. I saw that 20 years ago. I knew it was gonna happen. Antoine Maurice King. Yeah, you could just Google. And uh, I worked with a lot of different celebrities and stuff. I mean, I don't really like the name drop, but that's kind of corny. But uh, did a lot of stuff in the background in technology. So now, yeah, I do a lot of stuff with AI. I teach people how to use AI for business now, and that's where everything is going right now is AI. So basically, what? Your finish line? But the school thing is a very interesting topic. I get that question a lot with my students. A lot of people don't feel like they need to go to college anymore. It is what it is. You know, someone on here earlier said that they like school because of networking. If that's what you want to do, you know. But what is the next level for you? Everybody's next level is different. Next level for me is a doctorate degree. The next level for you might be something else. Everybody's next level is different. But you got to figure that out. You got to think big. And how can I next level this right now? I don't want to go to school. If you might be somebody that might not want to go to school. Hey, I don't want to go to school, but I still want to eat, put some food on the table, and I still want to work. But I don't like school. That ain't my thing. And that's okay for you. But you might have to take a test to get a better quality job. Yes, that's what's up. I like that. System engineering, yeah. So yeah, you gotta know what's the next step for yourself. And you gotta think big. Once you get that system engineering degree, you know, where do you want to work? You know, what company do you want to work for? Is there a particular company you might want to work for? That's great. Yeah. Engineering is a great field, and it's very lucrative, and they need a lot of engineering students. And it's not easy though. So I know you're a pretty smart guy. Congratulations. Keep going and finish. Keep going. But yeah, you got to understand, you got to think big and understand your next level. Everybody's next level is different. His next level is engineering. Then you might have somebody like, I don't like school. Engineering is too hard. Got all that math and all that stuff. I hate that. I have students that tell me that. All that math, I hate math. All that science, I don't like that type of stuff. I want to be a YouTuber. Who knows where that social media is gonna be in 5 years or 10 years? A lot of these guys are going on and getting their money real quick. Take that money and invest it in doing something else. Oh, right now, uh, I teach a lot of different. I teach in school, but I teach online also. So everybody calls me the professor. So I teach online, and I teach in school too. Math, science, and stuff like that. But online, I teach technology, and I teach about using AI to build websites and apps and stuff like that. You know, that's where everything is going pretty much right now is AI. So I teach that right now. You know, yes, professor. Yep. So yeah, one of my goals, my dream is to build my own school, to build my own college, technology and business college. So that's one of my long-term goals. So somebody's partying. But yeah, so ah, I like that question. All right, so I get that question a lot, especially because I'm in New York. I get that question about AI a lot. So someone just asked me, do I think AI is too much? And do I think that they're going too far with robot people? Okay, so there's different point of views to that. There's a point of view for like the big companies and corporations. And then there's the smaller guys. Who is that gonna benefit? Google and AI, all this stuff that's happened is gonna benefit the smaller people. It's not gonna benefit these big companies that have all the money to create these big productions. Google and these AI is gonna help people that don't have no money. You could start your own agency creating TV commercials using this with no money. That's gonna change the game because now a kid that's 18 years old can start his own agency and create commercials, high quality commercials with AI. And he could do that. You could do that in your community. You could walk to the business in your neighborhood and say, hey, I want to create an AI commercial for your company. And they say, where's your portfolio? And you just pull out your phone and show them your portfolio on your phone. Say, yeah, look, I'm a make a commercial for your business. That wasn't ever been able to do before. So do I think it's good? It's good for the smaller companies and smaller agencies and smaller businesses. This AI stuff. The AI is going to hurt big businesses. But companies like Google, who actually own these AI companies, they're going to benefit. But you can now with AI, a regular person can create a movie on their laptop. You could create your own Netflix now and start creating movies and films on your computer and build your own Netflix. If you have a little bit of technical savvy, like I can do it because I'm a teacher and stuff like that. I could build my own Netflix now. I could create movies and I could charge for streaming my films. And I could do that all from my computer. Don't need no actors. And if I want to use actors, I could hire actors. And I could just scan them and put them in my computer, pay them. Okay. But yeah, so depends on what you're talking about. But AI is going to benefit a lot of people that know how to use it. People that don't know how to use AI are not going to benefit from it. You know? It's just that simple. I see what you're saying. So it's gonna hurt creativity, maybe that's what you're trying to say. Like the AI stuff is gonna hurt creativity because now anybody can make a pretty much anything from their phone or their computer. It's gonna hurt creativity, yeah, because people are gonna have smaller teams. Now you have people that don't have experience in certain things. They have these powerful tools in their hands. So it's gonna hurt creativity, yeah. So if that's what you're saying, yeah, it's gonna hurt creativity. But it's nothing that we can do about it. AI is here, and you could either embrace it or just ignore it. A lot of people are gonna choose to ignore it, but a lot of commercials that you're gonna see now, a lot of are gonna be made with AI because it's cheaper. Um, and you could do it in a few minutes. You could create things.
Akira ya sisika ni muso ija. Oh.
Yeah, that's where AI is taking us, man. AI is taking us to a place where we don't really have to think so much, and that's not the best place actually. So you can still choose to think and be creative. Now I'm gonna tell you, that's a whole different topic. That is a whole different topic right there, and it's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say basically how I use AI is I feel like you gotta have the idea. Don't go to AI and try to have it come up with ideas for you because those ideas are just gonna be generic ideas. AI works better when it comes with your creativity. When you have an idea, a good idea, and you put it in AI, it explodes it and it grows that idea. But you gotta have the good ideas first. You gotta come up with some good ideas, and then you put that through AI, and it's just going to expand it and blow it up. But if you sat down with AI and said, hey, give me some ideas, it's gonna be generic. So you're talking about AI not being real people? Is that what you're saying? That your phone freeze, you live streaming, and somebody try to call you. wait, wait. But so explain what you're saying again. I'm not really sure. I'm getting. You mean like AI is creating people that aren't real? Is that what you mean? Nope. Nah, I'm 6'2". What's up? What's up? All right, so yeah, I'm 6'2". All right, I'm about to end this stream, people. It was great talking to you guys today. It was a Think Big Thursday, so continue to think big. Appreciate you guys. I talked about a couple of interesting things today. Someone asked me about college and do I think college is important. It's only important if you are looking for a job where you need school. You know, if you're trying to be a doctor or a teacher or a professor, you need to go to school, basically. If you're not trying to be that, you can get a job uh, with a certification. You can be work in technology and get a certification and work in technology. So whatever thinking big is to you, I had someone on here that's studying engineering. take it to the next level. You know, where do you want to work at when you graduate in engineering? So okay, what's the YouTube channel? Yeah, get some sleep, man. I thank you guys for tapping in. It was live today. Appreciate all you guys that tapped in from all over the world, all over the country, man. It's crazy. I appreciate you guys. So yeah, man, continue to think big, continue to work hard, and if you need to get out of your circle, get out of that circle that's holding you back from going to the next level. All right. So give me the YouTube. You want to give me a YouTube? What's what this is bugs? All right. What's the YouTube that you want to give me? All right. All right, y'all. King here, and I'm out. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. I'm probably be on earlier though. I don't know, maybe around 5 o'clock, something like that. 5 p.m. Eastern. 5 p.m. Eastern. All right, tomorrow. All right, later.